Sorry.
Contact call. Preston stood out of play in wing defence. O'Kane notching the Saints' 12th goal, so they leave 12 goals to 9 here in this first quarter, thanks to 40 Winks. Hughes to Reedy. And great to see Sage Bros back on court after her second bub.
Absolutely, she just brings a huge amount of experience to this side. They're lucky to have her back.
St John getting us underway again, and Stewart looking for the space but running through one of the counterparts instead, as
someone was
McKinney
in her way.
has rotated on into that wing attack position, giving Blaney House a little bit of a breather.
And again, a position I think we'll see a little bit of Lil, and why not? You know, she's certainly got a big engine.
Reedy to Reedy. Oh, and a nice little basketball fake there, and
bit of hang time.
A little bit of hang time. 11 minutes have been played here on the NZ Albury time clock. Bros finds Reedy. Oh, House was nearly within reach. O'Kane on the move again, using a triangle. And a nice mid-range shot from her, taking the lead out to 6, 15 goals to 9 here on the AT Jones scoreboard. Oh.
Contact call on Reedy. So St John with the penalty outside the circle. Will look to work circle edge, does through McKimmie. Quick hands to Stewart. Makes no mistake. Raiders go to 10. They'll be looking to try and peg this back before the quarter time break, as Bros, great vision, straight into O'Kane. And there's that one-on-one in the circle.
Nice goal to finish. St John and McKimmie. Stewart finding Donlan on the move. Thorne, a nice hold. Strong rebound there from M. Stewart. 2 hands and connects with goal. 16 plays 11. Reedy finds Bros, finds O'Kane, but a footwork call.
I did wonder. She sort of rocked from one to the other, but great vision, had that come off. And as you see Blaney House launch it to Stewart.
Hands before the call there on Neve Thorne.
So
16 goals to 12.
Blaney House rolled into wing defence for the Raiders. And into goalkeeper is young Lucy Tinkler, fresh out of the 15s. As we see Raiders go to 13, the margin back to 3 goals here on the AT Jones scoreboard.
An A-grade debutant.
Yeah, absolutely. And what a little star she is coming through the ranks. Part of the Ovens Murray 17 and underrepresented side. As I said, still playing 15s.
Lots of voice from the Raiders in that defensive effort. It really picked up. Deemed to have come off a Raiders player a Myrtleford player. Lucy Tinkler with her first touch in Ovens and Murray A-grade netball. St John House transition using that double play. Bros making it really hard for Blaney House to get space to ball then. So the hustle from the Saints have caused the turnover. But it'll be the Raiders with possession. Sideline ball from McKinney and Stewart. Off Reedy, so it'll be a Raiders throw-in just in their goal third. St John finds McKimmie.
And Stewart on the move, which is good to see too. She couldn't sink that one, but Donnellan coming in under it, and it'll be a possession call.
Good body positioning by Donlan then. Cartwright was unlucky. Donlan just had the upper edge and finishes with a nice goal. So we're back to 2 goals. 16 plays 14. The Raiders with the centre pass to come here. Late stages. Thorne manages to tip it and keep it in.
Yeah, Donlan just was very stationary and really not quite enough on that pass. So just really need to go back to finding circle edge not forcing it, although St John didn't hear the instructions.
Yeah, we're into the dying seconds of this first quarter, thanks to A.T. Jones. The angle at which that pass went wasn't her finest, but they have ball in possession. Donlan finishing the quarter for the Raiders with a lovely goal. 16 goals, plays 15. This has been O&M Live Netball, the first quarter. We will be back after a short break.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Get inspired, how about that? How about that? This time.
I reckon I'll go mid.
Carlton Drive 3.5. Embrace the mid.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend, we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
With Optus Home Internet, you get more yes. Whoa. Which means less family screen time and more harmony with powerful Wi-Fi. Woo. Get the Ultra Wi-Fi modem at no extra cost.
On your marks, get set. Running too late. Being first out the gate. Get the fit you need. The athlete's foot. Fit for everyone.
Welcome back to O&M Live Netball, brought to you by the SS&A, GoTAFE and McRae Motors. Our second quarter action between the Myrtleford Alpine Saints and the Wodonga Raiders is but moments away. We apologise for the delay. In the first quarter, we were having a few technical issues, but it is the Saints with a 1-goal advantage going into this second quarter. They lead 16 goals to 15 and have the centre pass to start the second quarter.
So looking at the Saints, no change there.
Oh, another great long pass into O'Kane. Goal to finish. So 17 plays 15 here on the Ground Up Building Solutions scoreboard.
And likewise to the Raiders, no change there. So, Donlan was home all alone calling for it, but I just don't think they could see past hands. Ball pops out, and Donlan's able to rebound and put it away. 16 plays 17. So I think, Reid, it'll be really interesting to see today how both sides utilise their bench and the role of subs.
St John, great offline defence there.
Given the warm conditions.
Tinkler attempts the rejection. And Reedy netting a nice goal there for the Saints. Yeah, I think too, I mean, we're all used to playing on tar and these blue courts. They just give off a little bit more heat, particularly on days like today when it's that real direct sunlight. Hughes loses their footing a little bit, but they have worked towards a really well drilled, held ball then. The Saints. Hughes connects with Reedy. Strong take, pressure given by House, and the long ball just trickling over the baseline. House to St John. Bit of a zone from the Saints. It's been broken by the Raiders, and Stewart opted for the play on Donlan, had moved half a second earlier. Hand from McKimmie.
And I think looking at the Alpine Saints side, you know, we've got Liv Sinclair.
House.
Apologies, Liv Laspina on the interchange, hasn't come on yet. We've got Tina Way over there as well. So there's options off their interchange.
And Emma Sharp, lots of experience over there. So how aren't they opt to use that?
Well, and I think for Liv, this is a great chance to sit back and see how this combination is going to work and settle in before any changes are made.
Nice pass there from Reedy to O'Kane. Netting the Saints' 19th goal, our second quarter. Thanks to Bingley. Reedy, high ball to Bros.
Tinkler just got past her hands. That was a game ball.
I don't think the Saints will be able to afford to do that play too often, and I don't think Tinkler will let that one get away again.
No. Great cover there from Georgia Reedy on Maggie St John. They're putting a lot of work into covering her in that second phase.
And there is a lot of speed through this mid-court for both teams.
Smart play from Donlan. She felt the space behind her, able to work it into a closer range. 17 plays 20 here. And just a contact call on St John. So Saints will be 2-on-1 at the top of the circle. Bros with the quick hands and release. Finds O'Kane. Pops out, and Tinkler with the height under it and able to find St John at the top. So Raiders with the turnover. And St John with back to ball. And again, the play on there from Taylor Reedy doesn't pay off. So a few loose balls here in this quarter. Waiting for either side to settle as Tinkler takes the ball right on the corner. Safer pass this time, finds House. And again, the big ball cross court. They get away with it. Myrtleford's tip out, but I imagine both coaches would be asking players to just shorten it up, make sure of it.
Sorry, Tam, my headphones were just not being quite...
As we see, Shayla House has rolled into the goal attack position. So just a few changes coming through here. Myrtleford's space defence there working really well, applying the pressure to Raiders, now forced to go very, very long as see Taylor Reedy work ball in.
Bros prompting her to move back a little bit while the defenders were out of the way. The reach of House forces Reedy to step back. Coming off the front, Tinkler to House.
And we've got a change coming off the interchange that we may not have expected to see. Emily Stewart in the goalkeeper.
Cartwright coming through with frantic pace with the strong hands of Shayla House. Keeps the ball in the Raiders' possession.
So Em Stewart into the goalkeeper position, replacing Tinkler as we see Shayla House find Donlan under post. So Raiders eventually score. It's 18 plays 20.
5 minutes have been played on the NZ clock. House to McKimmie. St John, Donlan. Nice movement from McKimmie. Hughes, such good pressure on circle edge.
Yeah, strong by McKimmie to take that ball, actually. And Shayla House being brought in, and I would imagine just to help this side settle a little bit. She provides a lot of direction in that goal attack position.
Nice shot there from Donlan. 1 goal game and a breaking call. House. St John, great cut there with all the pressure of Reedy. That's been a fantastic matchup on court.
It has, hasn't
and
it?
A little bit too much there on that ball. Preston subbing back into that wing defence role. Cartwright, great ball to Reedy. Good cut there from Bros back to that centre channel. Reedy, here's the voice of O'Kane. She was looking sideways and then...
And great elevation by Stewart. We know that she has that in her game.
O'Kane, strong rebound. And connects with post. 21 plays 19 here on the Ground Up Building Solutions scoreboard. 6.5 minutes have gone in this second quarter.
Great timing from McKimmie on the drop there and sees Donlan in the backspace.
Beautiful goal from Donlan too.
Yeah, very high, wasn't it? Nice high release.
Reedy and Bros again. Long ball and
Emily Stewart.
And the Raiders love it.
I reckon even Em offered a bit of a smirk there. McKimmie, good body strength there. She felt the player coming behind her and just able to turn her body to protect that ball as we see Donlan finish off. 21 goals apiece here on the Ground Up Building Products scoreboard. So
Blaney House and Maggie St John have had a really quick change, which would be the hardest one in that centre position to do with those rotations. And Neve Thorne doing the same at the other end, but can't quite get the two-hand to it.
I reckon if I was Em Stewart, I'd be looking at the bench saying, my job here is done. Time to sub.
There's a contact under the post. House connects with post. So 22, the Raiders lead the Saints 21 back on to centre pass, and we can see a few Saints players on their bench ready to probably rotate on. Tina Way coming into goal defence for Cartwright. I asked Liv for a couple of notes, and her note on Tina Way was just like a fine wine, just keeps getting better.
Absolutely, doesn't she ever? I think doing some travelling this year is Tina, so there'll be weeks where she'll be unavailable, which will be a shame for Myrtleford, but I think, if they can get some court time to these other players, then hopefully they won't notice her absence as much.
And both teams just having a few misconnections with communication. Remembering it is very, very early in this season, so some of those connections were great take there from
very
smart.
She knew that it was going to be untouched. Sharp, just back to ball.
Just getting ready for the pace of the game, those players too. That's probably the hardest thing when you rotate on.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it has been played at, as we said, a very frantic.
Yeah, it has, hasn't it?
Frantic pace, which we love to see. Donlan on the move on the baseline. It comes out in a nice strong rebound, contested really well. Finishes with a goal. 23, plays 22 on the Ground Up Building Solutions scoreboard. Browse rotated in to that centre.
9 minutes gone here on the NZ Albury time clock.
Way finds Hughes. Laspina to Sharp.
And I think Liv held off her entry to court till the daughter Belle
had arrived.
She's arrived with Nan and Pop Sinclair over there. So first
great
day out at O&M Netball.
Great hands again there from Em Stewart.
And Emma Sharp just drawing out really high from that circle.
Great use of circle there. Swing one side in and through to Daisy O'Kane. Scores a level here in this second quarter thanks to Bingley. St John on in as wing attack. Preston House.
Yeah, and just being able to swap Maggie and Blaney, I guess, on a day like today allows some fresher legs into that centre.
Great attempt there from Way. Deemed to be obstruction. Oh, Thorne.
There's hands everywhere. Raiders are really having to work that ball, be patient and wait for a clear opening to come as we see Bros.
And Preston did well knowing that Reedy didn't have control of that ball.
And again, you just see Shayla House just take the pace out of it, just force the change up. And that can sometimes be enough to interrupt the timing of the defenders as much as anything, as we see Raiders go to 24.
We've got
goal in front. First time Raiders have been in front for quite some time.
Oh, Stewart, a great attempt and a nice strong take there from O'Kane. I think Em's impact has quietened O'Kane's movement in there than the space that she was having. And Myrtleford have certainly, that long ball that they were trialling has been taken away from them.
Yeah. And
Tina Way, well done.
Well read from Way.
Great read.
And on the move, St. Bros transitions the ball very quickly, finds Sinclair on the circle. And
House
again,
did well then
Stewart
to get
coming
a
round.
hand.
Yeah, and the pace of M. Stewart coming in at that ball to force the turnover.
The Raiders equally as quick to transition this ball down court. Donlan there recognising needing to play front.
Playing with great conviction today, Talon, on a lot of strength, which is great to see.
Here the voice of Jodie House has just started to, on that bench, the last few minutes of this first half. They've done well to play themselves back to in front. She'll want them to keep pushing. St. John to Donlan. Nice and strong. On circle edge. House and Way, not an inch between them. Nice finish from Donlan there, out to 26. 26 plays 24 here on the ground up Building Solutions
St.
scoreboard.
John did everything she could to pull that over the line, but probably wasn't expecting the initial pass. So Myrtleford with a turnover late. Only a couple of minutes to play in this quarter, 2.5 minutes to go.
Saints struggling to find a player open.
And O'Kane
very high out of the circle too.
Great footwork by Stewart in that position.
Sharp high ball to Laspina.
Oh, and Emily Stewart, and the talk from Shayla House up on the transverse line, really guiding her where she needed to go and where that ball was coming, and they've forced the ball out. Myrtleford with another opportunity.
Laspina strong on the top of the circle. Sharp waiting for the jump, but it pops straight back out to the hands of Stuart Preston.
And the footwork there from House and Stewart in defence was just enough to put doubt into the passer's mind and really had O'Kane working, as we see Raiders find avenue through Donnellan. She'll get another opportunity.
The strength of McKimmie on that circle edge. Reedy's putting the defensive pressure, physical pressure on, and great work to stand up.
Yeah, she's got great balance, Lil, and she just knows how and when to turn her body, I guess. And Stewart in the front position again. Gee, I tell you what, Eliza Mooney, you better watch out. Hem Stewart's coming for you.
We're into the last minute of this first half. So Reedy's pulled out for obstruction. McKimmie uses Preston on the line. House.
Great hands from Myrtleford. They really are over everything.
The Raiders just happy to play it around, and in the hands of House, netting their 28th goal. They've taken it out to their biggest lead of today, 4 goals, 28, leading the Saints 24. The alley-oop goes in, and Donlan connects with goal. Dying seconds. Myrtleford and trial and hold it up here. And there's the contact. They'll want to get it into the circle, but they have run out of time. It is the Raiders leading the Saints at halftime. This is O&M Live, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Shawty get inspired. How about that? How about that? This time.
I reckon I'll go mid.
Carlton Drive 3.5. Embrace the mid.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
With Optus Home Internet, you get more yes. Which means less family screen time and more harmony with powerful Wi-Fi. Get the Ultra Wi-Fi modem at no extra cost.
On your marks, get set. Running too late. Ping first out the gate. Get the fit you need. The athlete's foot. Fit for every run.
Welcome back to O&M Live Netball, proudly brought to you by McRae Motors, GoTAFE, and the SS&A Club. Well, we've got a game on our hands. Myrtleford had the upper hand going into quarter time by that 1 goal margin, 16-15, but the Raiders, they've had an exceptional second quarter, a couple of positional changes on court, and they now lead by 5 goals, 29-24.
Absolutely, and I guess we'll start to see the second half, the impact of the weather and how each bench is going to utilise those rolling subs. But to Raiders' credit, came back, and I think through the hard work of their defensive efforts, and that's right down the court, they put more pressure on over that transverse and off the circle, and that allowed that the pressure to come on Daisy O'Kane, and we saw a couple of great turnovers there from Emma Stewart, who went into the goalkeeper role, and that came about, like I said, through hard work, great footwork from her and Mackenzie House, and just to keep the feeders guessing. So I guess it'll be interesting to see how both sides respond here and what changes, if any, they make. We still see Stewart still with the keeper bib on. We know how athletic Em is. We talk about that all the time. Obviously, they're down. Eliza Mooney out. And probably lovely for her to go back there and play in a position she doesn't normally play and perhaps feel less pressure.
I was going to say sometimes nice less pressure. I don't understand why you didn't put me in shooter when I
know. Sorry, Ree.
As it is the Raiders that get us underway in this third quarter thanks to McRae Motors. Obstruction call. Evie Hughes re-entering the court to start this quarter in wing defence.
No changes for Raiders. Just the one for
as Taylor Donlan gets us underway in this third quarter with her first goal, taking the Raiders to 30. Bros, you see the congestion that the Raiders are causing through there. Great release there. Stewart.
And just the work rate, like I said, of the defenders.
And I think Stewart's really put the doubt in the Saints feeders to give that tall ball to O'Kane.
Yeah, and Mackenzie House working overtime on Reedy in that goal attack position. House looking very fit. She'll head off to the National Swimming Championships next week. So
all these dual athletes, basketballers, swimmers, and of course the 4 Ovens and Murray players that are representing themselves and their state at the National Championships at the moment in the under-19s. Mia Lavis and Eliza Mooney suiting up, dressing up for Victoria. They've only had the one loss so far, and that was at the hands
great hands from Reedy. Sorry, Ree.
You're right. And a great rebound from Stewart. That loss came at the hands yesterday of Western Australia, but they this morning defeated South Australia by 2 goals, 27-25. So they've had some close games there, and their next game won't be until tomorrow at lunchtime against Tasmania. The under-17s represented by Molly Moylan, who is the co-captain of that team, and Millie O'Kane, who we saw play for the Magpies last week. They're currently undefeated, which is fantastic, and they will take on Queensland at 4:30 this afternoon.
Yeah, no, it's great to see them doing well. A couple of years ago, Vic had a bit of a lean year. Last year, they certainly improved, but WA have been very strong in recent years, and I've heard people talk about the impact of COVID. It didn't seem to impact them as much. I guess they didn't have the lockdowns and they were able to continue participating more so than the eastern states. So,
I mean, and you look at the success of the West Coast Fever as well, how that stems into their pathway programs. But great to see national netball.
Absolutely, and we'll, as we mentioned earlier with Daisy O'Kane, we'll see, pardon me, an SSN Reserves competition a bit later this year, end of May, I think that is. Mia Lavis in the Vixens side, and that's the side that O'Kane is a training partner with. So, again, we'll have some wonderful representation from this part of the region.
Please, the Saints with the centre pass, forced to go back to Hughes. Bros finds way, high ball.
Goal defences love a feed from there, don't they? As we see her finish off.
And Liv Laswina just gives her, there's your 1 for the quarter.
Yep, that's absolutely right.
Ainsley O'Connell special. That's your 1 that came off.
Yep.
House and Reedy, that's been a really great match-up on court.
It has, hasn't it? Yeah.
And a nice goal there from Shayla House, taking the Raiders out to a 6-goal lead, 33 leading the Saints 27 in this third quarter. Just under 4 minutes being played.
Emily Stewart.
She's fast becoming a contender for the Anytime Fitness Player of the Day.
Absolutely. And you know what I love? That it's actually not a position she plays, and she has gone out there and played with real authority, and credit to her. That would be a tough ask, as we see Donnellan take the ball and finish off.
And reward for effort too. It's efforts like that sometimes as a defender where the most disappointing is that it gets down the other end and that doesn't connect with goal. And that's probably where Raiders have maybe done that damage on the scoreboard, is when they've had those key turnovers, they've connected with goal more times than not.
And we just see a couple of footwork calls, a bit of fatigue settling in maybe. House has to go to Sister Blaney at the top. And again, just waiting patiently for that ball to open up.
Nice goal there.
35 plays 27 on the Newmarket Hotel scoreboard. And a forced break there from Myrtleford. So Raiders with another opportunity.
Great drive from McKimmie. Great release. Barely hit the ground.
Yeah, look, her connection with Donlan today has been really impressive, whether it's been in wing attack or when she was in goal attack.
Blaney House in centre, gives off to Sister Shayla House. Connects to McKimmie. Finds Donlan on the baseline alone. Thorne just gave her a little bit too much space. The ball deemed to have come off way.
St John's just rolled into the wing attack position, replacing McKimmie. Great tap from Reedy, kept the ball alive, but House able to pull it in and find Sister Shayla, who makes no mistake.
Nearly 6 minutes played on the the NZ Albury clock. Reedy to Bros. Instruction call. Oh, and again the look away.
Step through and
pass then.
There's a lot happening there, but
from Reedy finds O'Kane. Pushes one back, 37, leading the Saints 28. The Reedy sisters coming in from Greta, so the Ovens and King lead, and not unfamiliar to some success out there. They're coming off 4A grade premierships, which is
they know how to win.
Pretty brilliant.
Absolutely.
Greta's been a dominant force in that competition over a number of years. You know, a couple of girls when I was playing at Benalla had been out at Greta and came back because of the close proximity, and I've always heard really fantastic things about their netball club and the success over the years across all grades.
Yeah, and it's great to see them come into Ovens and Murray and go to the Saints. Obviously, it helps Myrtleford out. We know that the town clubs don't have the abundance of players that the Albury Wodonga clubs have, but and test themselves at a higher level. It's fantastic. So we see
great movement then from O'Kane.
Yes,
she really used the space really well, and well done for Bros not to deliver the ball on the first instance. And Stewart was too far past the player, and then it was a bit of the decoy back. But the Raiders in control of this game in this instant. Preston, solid in wing defence for the Raiders today. Donlan finding St John. Cartwright, good cover. Just the contact at the last instant. Nice goal from Donlan.
Be interested to see Donlan's stats today. They had a lot of ball. Just got past the hands of Stewart on that occasion, but she was certainly in the right position.
And in the right position for the rebounds. She forced that into the hands of Kane. Keeping the Saints in touch, 39. The Raiders leading the Saints 30 on the Newmarket Hotel scoreboard. We've gone 8 minutes in this third quarter. Raiders with the handy lead. And in other games today, we have...
Yes, it's a bit of an interesting round because of the times.
Two twilight games.
Yeah, all over the place. So we have North Albury 43 leading the Rovers 24. So I'm probably going as expected. And in the game between Albury and Yarrawonga, it's Yarrawonga 36 goals to 10 at this stage. So certainly have asserted their authority very early in the season, as you would expect. Albury, a very, very new side, team full of debutants. I think they listed about 4 on their socials last night. And so you can expect they're going to... 5, there's 5 debutants that they named. So, look, they're going to take some weeks to really settle into Ovens and Murray netball, as we see Reedy.
Oh, great long-range shot there. 9 minutes have been played here on the NZ Albury clock. Raiders with the 10-goal advantage. Setting the penalty. High ball into Donlan. Connects with goal.
Rods, hard work off the line, finally finds some space. O'Kane on the move out.
Oh, Stewart. Oh, great effort. Oh.
It was, yeah.
Great effort.
And I guess that's what Stewart's forced O'Kane to do, is just change it up. Dangerous to try and contest it on the move. We know how quick Em Stewart moves. But that's the impact she's had, as we see Bros with the ball in circle edge. Great sneaky pass through to O'Kane at post.
And a nice finish there. 9 goals the margin, 41 leading 32. Raiders centre pass to come. St John to House.
Just seeing a bit more space open up on the court now. Players probably looking forward to that three-quarter time break.
Beautiful drag and drop there from Donlan. Dragged Thorne high to the pocket and then dropped into the spaceway. Cartwright recognised it, but just not within reach to get hands to ball. Espina rotated back into wing attack. Great strong take there under the pressure of Preston. Reedy, a beautiful long-range shot. Takes the Myrtleford Saints to 33. House, St John, and Blaney House in the pocket.
Oh, and a contact call there. Cartwright.
Lovely goal from House. Gone 11 minutes and there's Stewart again. Reward for the defensive effort of the defensive unit. Mackenzie House and Matilda Preston out in front, and Blaney House working really hard to set up that ball for Stewart to come through and take really cleanly with two hands.
Yeah, absolutely. And often that work is missed. Often it's the player that gets the intercept that gets the accolades, but it's usually off the back of some great defensive work out in front. As we see Donnellan under post, pops out, but clearly rebounds that and makes no mistake the second time around.
Raiders with the centre pass. Oh, House just passed it to Thorne then. A great drag and stop and prop, from Liv Lespina. Gives to O'Kane, who stands, rebounds. And now delivers back to 10, 44, plays 34 on the Newmarket Hotel scoreboard.
Less than 3 minutes to go in this quarter,
Reedy.
Myrtleford would be looking to just claw a couple back before the break.
They have 2.5 minutes to do so. House and McKimmie just swapping over in back play into that goal attack position. Reedy did well and Preston did well to read that.
Hughes thought about it. She came through like a steam train.
And how quickly the Raiders just transitioned that ball. And well done for Taylor Donlan to recognise that McKimmie was not going to be able to stop cleanly. And it was nearly like a touch pass. It just kind of went off her fingers and straight through. High ball into McKimmie. And a beautiful goal from the youngster. 46, the lead. The Raiders hold over the Saints 34. Lespina on that transverse line. Finds Reedy. And Stewart again. And again, that was the defensive work alongside Mackenzie House, making Reedy really work. And Hughes hands over. I think that's probably one of the underrated bits of Mackenzie House's game is that she just kind of wears her opponent down by putting that relentless pressure on at all times.
Absolutely. And look, she's certainly a picture of fitness. There's no doubt about that. And will run all day.
Hughes putting the pressure on St John. McKimmie lines up. And that's another beautiful shot. 47. Leading the Saints 34.
Minute to go in this quarter,
Third quarter, thanks to McRae Motors. Nice little play, shooter to shooter there.
Well weighted, wasn't it, the ball?
Donlan.
Didn't force it.
Donlan, finishing it off with a nice goal. Reedy finds Lespina.
She looked up. Kane wasn't home. She'd moved out. And strong take from Reedy.
She appeals to the umpire, but we all know that doesn't work very often.
No. And I think, look,
House.
It was a contested ball, but clean, as we see. McKimmie, great high ball to Donlan.
Netting another mid-range goal there, Taylor Donlan, 49. 15-goal lead to 34.
McKimmie just turning and passing, just great awareness of where Donlan is. Too late to get that one up.
15 goals the lead here at three-quarter time. The Raiders in control. This is O&M Live Netball, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Shawty get inspired, how about that? How about that? This time.
I reckon I'll go mid.
Carlton Drive 3.5. Embrace the mid.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend, we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
With Optus Home Internet, you get more yes. Which means less family screen time and more harmony with powerful Wi-Fi. Get the Ultra Wi-Fi modem at no extra cost.
On your marks, get set. Running too late. Ping first out the gate. Get the fit you need. The athlete's foot. Fit for every run.
Welcome back to O&M Live. We're about to commence the fourth quarter of this round one clash between the Wodonga Raiders and the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. The Raiders with the handy 15-goal lead going into this final quarter. They absolutely surged to come back during that third quarter. They were 5 goals up, so another 10 goals added to that deficit during the third quarter. What can the Saints do in this fourth quarter to try and keep this margin as close as possible? Sharp and Lespina on the line, and we see Reedy go into goal shooter.
So it's forced the change here from Raiders, and Myrtleford trying something different.
And sometimes when you are behind by that margin, it is throwing something different on the line and seeing how it comes off. And as we said, it is only round one, so
Well, particularly given O'Kane may, have some other commitments that may take her away from Myrtleford some weeks. So I think, good for Lespina to know what her other options are, as we see Donald.
beautiful
Put one on the
hold and
board for
take
Raiders.
there from Donlan. Lovely and balanced. She certainly stood out in that goal circle and would have shot the majority of their goals in today's game. Great ball there from Lespina, and Reedy did well to rebound her own shot and connect to goal.
36 goals, plays at 50. Fourth quarter brought to you by 40 Winks.
Ball just being retrieved. Contact from Reedy.
Hey, let's clean it up. Seal up. Keep dancing, mate. Keep dancing.
And way at the top of the circle, just inside. So McKimmie will take the ball for the Raiders. Looks to Donlan, not an opening. Forced to go across circle to House.
Watch back. Stay on that chest.
McKimmie, what a beautiful
Swish.
Beautiful
Absolutely
goal
beautiful
there.
goal.
51.
And McKimmie, another player who's trying her hand this year in VNL, so playing in the 19s division, I believe, down at Western Warriors with Minna Lamb coaching that side down there. So huge commitment from
Not only
McKimmie.
the players keeping themselves busy, but the coaches in the region as well.
Absolutely. And McKimmie lives in Corryong, so what an effort and commitment to be travelling there twice a week to train and play, along with Ovens and Murray, and doing Year 12. So hats off to Lil McKimmie. She's giving it everything.
I wonder if they're headed to the Snowy River Festival after this.
Oh, I reckon they might be jumping in the car and heading home.
Great weekend for it.
Yeah. Corryong comes alive.
Donlan lines up for the 52nd goal for the Raiders. Certainly stamped their control on this game. Sharp and Lespina. Bros. Reedy. Every Saints player is just well and truly matched by the Raiders player, and it's nice to see the Saints not forcing the ball. They're just waiting until the player opens up and Reedy finishing with a goal.
Yeah, just going to say, Ray, exactly that. They've just shortened it up, taken the pace out of it and waited for someone to present front.
St John and Reedy, that has been a great tussle all game, as has when Eva Hughes has been on there.
And it's forced St John to think about how she's attacking the ball, and in a lot of instances she would be able to outrun most players that she comes across, but Reedy really matching her for pace. So she's had to add a different dimension to her game today, as we see Myrtleford go through to attack. Taylor Reedy finds Lespina at the top. Emma Sharp with the ball, not confident, looks for the refeed.
Oh, great play there from Reedy.
She's got a lot of tricks in her bag, hasn't she, Reedy? She's pulled out a few today.
Fantastic, and as those combinations build for the Saints, what that looks like. We've played 4 minutes and 15 seconds here in this fourth quarter, thanks to 40 Winks. Reedy under the post, finishes with a nice goal. 52, leading the Saints 40.
McKimmie takes the ball very wide, and Sharp couldn't avoid the contact there. So loose player in attack for the Raiders.
Outstretched hands of St John. McKimmie, beautiful goal. 53 are the Raiders.
So Raiders rolling a change again. McKimmie off House, Shayla into the goal attack position.
A little bit too much on it, and Stewart comes through.
Great pick up from her. Preston goes back to Stewart. Just looks for the reset, waiting for players to come to her. St John comes through.
Oh, under pressure was Donlan, but it's off the Myrtleford hands last. St John. Both defenders out of play. Shayla House connecting with goal. 55 the lead, the Raiders 15 goals again out. The Myrtleford's 40.
Oh, strong take from House.
Sage Bros has not missed anything in the second pregnancy. She's running equally as fast, equally as strong through that midcourt.
It's been another great mid-court battle. Sage Bros and Blaney House there. And a dry day like today really allows these fast players to showcase their skills, as we see Lespina.
Oh, House again.
Oh. Mackenzie went hunting.
Oh, and a nice rebound from M. Stewart. Preston. Reedy coming through on that angle. Timed it beautifully. And the Saints rewarding that defensive effort from Reedy. 55 plays 41 here on...
It's the McRae Motors scoreboard here in this fourth quarter.
Sorry, our young scoreboard attendants are in my line of vision.
It's all hands on deck here today, isn't it, Ree, under the Ovens and Murray shelter? People looking for shade.
St John and House finding Donlan. He has been exceptional under post today. I'd be betting in the 90% for her accuracy today.
Yeah, and also coming off the back of an ankle injury. So her game in the VNL on Wednesday night was her first game, I think, that she's played since she hurt her ankle in that Ovens and Murray exhibition game in Wodonga. So it's a real credit to her to come out and play the way she has today. She has not missed a beat across four corners.
Nice strong hold. Way doing her best to come around. But Net's another one. 57 plays 42. This fourth quarter, thanks to 40 Winks. Laspina finds Bros. Opting to go back to the line. Nice strong take by Reedy. Nice strong finish. 57 plays 43. We're into the last half of this fourth quarter.
The game certainly opened up in this quarter. Both sides finding a lot more space. And in our other games, North Albury have gone ahead 62-31 over the Rovers. Yarrawonga 49 have kept Albury to 15 goals so far. So big wins there. Lavington and Wodonga to come later on this afternoon at 4:15 in what is a night game up there, or a twilight game for the netball. And then tonight at 5 o'clock, it's the Wang Magpies taking on the Corowa, the Glenroos, and won't that be an absolute cracker? Corowa certainly look like they are going to be a side to beat this year, whilst for Wang, we saw them last week. They've got some great experience still on their side and a couple of new players. They will be without Millie O'Kane today, which will be a shame for them, but I still think that will be a great game down there.
Absolutely, and I think really the Wodonga Bulldogs and Lavington Panthers is a very unknown game. I think both teams looking to some experienced personnel, but then very new personnel.
Yep.
So I can't wait to go and watch either team at some stage during this season to see that. Oh, Laspina looks for the look-away pass. It doesn't quite connect. So I think that will be interesting in itself, because for both teams it will probably just be first hit out on court apart from pre-season. A lot of those nerves, I'm sure, knowing Sarah Meredith as well as we do, that she'll be nervous to, probably more so as for her first coaching.
Yes, good luck to Sarah.
Get out, good luck to her, and likewise Noel Holton at the Bulldogs, a new club for him as well. So yeah, I think the competition is so interesting.
It is, and I think Wodonga will see a very new side and some young ones up. Obviously no Molly Moylan today, but I imagine we'll see plenty of her in A grade. And they've been so strong in their juniors that, you know, we'll certainly have eyes on their young players this season. And as you said, for Lavington, some new faces there.
And some returning. Eliza Abbott returns to the fold at Lavington Panthers, had some success in B grade there, and was a very, very strong player in the TDNL last year, named in their team of the year, playing at Thaguna. So
Friz, although affectionately known for her first stint at Lavington, so we wish her all the best, as well as see a nice clean transition there from Myrtleford. Bros finishes off with a great pass to O'Kane under the post as Tinkler back into that keeper role alongside Stewart in goal defence.
Over the last 30 seconds, there's been quite a few changes on court. Fresh legs coming on after a little bit of a break. Em Stewart's gone into goal defence. Lucy Tinkler's come on as goalkeeper.
Yeah, Lucy Tinkler and Ari Cohen, who's from the Bulldogs, both making the top 16 for the State Schools Victoria side. So they've got another lot of trials to come. So wish those players all the best there.
61 the lead now to the Raiders, taking it out to a 16-goal lead, 61 leading the Saints 45. We're into the last
Dolan with a strong hold, space behind her.
3.5 minutes of this fourth quarter, and some players, it looks like it has gotten very warm out there. Cartwright rotating into goal defence for the Saints in back play, and O'Kane, a great jump from Lucy.
I reckon there'll be some blisters getting around later on today, Bree. Especially on these surfaces. Oh, it's tough on your feet.
Great strong take from Lil McKimmie,
isn't she?
Playing above her years too, still so young.
Yeah, and that full year in A grade last year at Wodonga would have just done her the world of good, coming up against some obviously brilliant defenders across our league. And she stood up week after week, and that will really have held her in great stead.
The hustle from the Raiders.
Great ball from Lespina to sharp out the back, and the quick release finds O'Kane. She takes, no, doesn't sink it quite yet, but we'll finish off. It's Myrtleford 47, trailing the Raiders at 62.
So credit to Myrtleford. They haven't let this lead get any further than what it was at three-quarter time.
No, and it's round one. I think it's about going, well, let's try some combinations. Let's see what's going to work for us on court. Get some run into as many players as they can. They've had a couple of good hit-outs. They played Marutna the other week. They went to Yarrawonga. The rolling sub not used properly over there has cost Raiders. So M. Stewart just rolling off, and Mackenzie House coming into goal defence, nearly
caught
taking out the umpire.
I was going to say caught by the umpire. Strong take from Anytime Fitness Player of the Day. A few strong contenders. And in a win such as this, it will come from the Raiders as Taylor Donlan takes them to 65. 17 the lead, 65 to 48, but seconds left. And Stewart finishes the way she starts. It is the Raiders, the victors, 65, beating the Saints 48. Comprehensive win from the Raiders in warm conditions today. Tamara Matthews will just be getting our player of the day, and as always, a big thank you to our sponsors. We couldn't give such a great broadcast without your support. As Taylor Donlan, our Anytime Fitness Player of the Day. I'll give you those, Tay, to put on over your ears. Yeah, it's a funky look, I know. And if you just hold that one close. But our Anytime Fitness Player of the Day today, congratulations.
Thanks so much.
Tam and I said we'd be interested to know your stats. I reckon you're probably in the 90%. But how did it feel just being back out on court for season 2025?
It was good. I was a little bit nervous, but we all settled pretty quickly. I just had to flick my fingers and the ball was dropping, so it was good. You certainly did that very well, and lots of changes. Was that always the plan going in, lots of rotation, given that it is quite hot as well? Yeah, we've got a bigger squad this season, so it's nice to have the fresh legs come on the court. So yeah, the plan was the whole time to rotate, see what works well. But yeah, as you saw, Em was in goalkeeper.
And didn't she do a job? I did say Eliza Mooney, watch out, she's coming for your position.
Her head will blow up now.
And rightly so. Tay, you played with great strength and conviction today. You had a crack at VNL on Wednesday night, had a great time, by your reports played really well. How was that experience for you?
It was really fun. The girls and the coaches were really welcoming. Yeah, I wouldn't have wanted it any other way. It was perfect.
Awesome. And season 2025 is looking really bright for the Raiders and bright for yourself. So thank you for being our Anytime Fitness Player of the Day. A big congratulations for your team.
much.
And we'll get a nice photo with the placard as well. You can take the headphones off.
Thank you.
Perfect. Taylor Donlan, our Player of the Day.
Well done, Taylor Donlan, and well done to the Raiders. A strong first up win. We certainly had that first quarter looked like it could have gone either way, and I guess round one you're always going to see those ups and downs throughout the game as sides sort of settle, find their feet. I don't think it matters how many pre-season games you play. Round one's always a different story.
Absolutely, and I think the Saints will take a lot away from that, knowing that they were in good touch being round one. But it is the Raiders that are the victors here. Tab Matthews, thank you as always to you. Next week, the Easter Good Friday.
Good Friday. Rovers are hosting Albury. That will be the game that is live streamed, so jump on board and watch that. A couple of more games to come today. As we said, it's a big first round, and lots of netball over the next couple of weeks as well.
Beautiful. Well, this is O&M Live Netball, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Shawty get inspired, how about that? How about that? This time.
I reckon I'll go mid.
Carlton Drive 3.5. Embrace the mid.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
With Optus Home Internet, you get more yes. Whoa. Which means less family screen time and more harmony with powerful Wi-Fi. Woo. Get the Ultra Wi-Fi modem at no extra cost.
On your marks, get set. running too late. Being first out the gate. Get the fit you need. The Athlete's Foot. Fit for every run.